Hey, it's Mike. I'm on my way to Ichi. I got the superhuman superpower glasses on. I got there, it took me about 25 minutes to get there. And when I got there, I realized that I forgot my phone, the iPhone.
Hey everyone, this is Mike. I'm here. It's Cherry Blossom Season Japan 2020. I'm here at Ichi, which is in Kyoto Prefecture. It's about maybe 40 minutes outside of Kyoto City. I live in Ohanami, which is about 2 kilometers from here. I came today by bicycle. Originally, I made a quick clip at the beginning.
Hey everyone, so what I was saying was I got here to Ichi and it took me about 20-25 minutes, and then I realized I forgot my iPhone. I was charging it. So I had the choice. I had the big camera, but it doesn't take video or good video. So I decided to go back. What a crazy time. I had everything. I was so well prepared today, except I didn't have a checklist, and the iPhone, the most important thing, I forgot. So I had everything else except the iPhone. Sasuga me.
Originally, I was going to Kyoto City because this year the tourists weren't here, and I thought, how often do you have a chance to go and see, a lot of these beautiful cherry blossom sites, in different like Heian Jingu, Heian Shrine, and Kinkakuji, the Golden Temple, and different areas where without many tourists around. But they're quite strict about the coronavirus, COVID-19. This year, Cherry Blossom Japan 2020 is very limited due to the coronavirus, COVID-19, and they ask people in the big cities to stay put. But it's hard to, just stay at home, I would guess. Well, I live out in the country, and so, there's not many people. And as you can see around me, this is like social distancing. Yesterday morning I came and I was the only one here. It was like I was among the billions and billions of cherry blossom flowers, and I was like the king. It was like my planet. And so it's great to be out in the country sometimes when you don't have to worry about people, don't have to worry about social distancing. It's just me. The sakura viewing in Japan, or cherry blossom viewing in Japan, is usually built around Ohanami parties. And people would usually get their friends together, their classmates, their families, and they'd go out underneath the cherry blossom trees and have lunch or dinner or like a little party. It was a good reason to have a party and get together, and people would have fun, make noise, and if you go to like places like Ueno Park in Tokyo, where like 500,000 people go there a day, it's really noisy and crazy, and personally I don't enjoy it very much, but it's young people like it, just the excitement and the energy there. So they didn't want that, and that's why they said no Ohanami parties. They didn't want people getting together because that was the main fear, and they had signs and things. But what they found out, a few days ago, was that people were still sitting down and talking to people and looking at the cherry blossoms. They weren't having the official Ohanami parties, but they were still sitting down. And so what they did is then they blocked off any access or entry into the main street of Ueno Park, so no one could go. So that was sad for a lot of people. But in Tokyo with 11 to 12 million people, people want to do things, and wherever you go there's going to be people. Here where I live, I think the population is maybe 30,000 in the Kyoto Nabe city. It's more like a town. And out here at Ichi, which is the next town or city over, there's probably about the same. There's very few people. Even today, which is Saturday, a beautiful day, and today is Mankai. Mankai is the full bloom. As I said, I think in a video last year, I think I said, you want to hit Mankai, which is those 2 or 3 days where the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. Now, cherry blossoms will usually bloom about 10 to 12 days. And sometimes you catch it at the end, sometimes you catch it at the beginning. But what you really want to get is you want to get Mankai. Mankai is when it's at its peak, 100% bloom. And that's usually only for about 2 days. And I've been very fortunate. Yesterday when I came to Idecho in the morning, it was full bloom, and today. So from tomorrow, the petals will start falling. That's also beautiful to see also. But that's basically the end of this year's cherry blossoms. So it's really hit or miss. So I love coming out here to the cherry blossoms. Not only is it beautiful, but it's the whole symbolic metaphor of so bright, so brief. Ichigo, Ichi, how things are so impermanent. And I think this year, in relationship to what's going on with the COVID-19 virus, the coronavirus, that there's some poetic story. There's something deep under all of this that we all can reflect upon. In the next few days or weeks or months, we'll have a lot of time, I believe, that we should and will reflect on it. Some people will get angry and blame people and take it out on other people. Other people will use it to reflect and to appreciate and to be thankful that they're healthy if they are, and that for what we have, and we might get by, we'll be able to get by with a lot less than we actually have. Maybe the overall universe lesson here is that as a humanity, human beings, we were maybe abusing and taking advantage of the planet, becoming too materialistic, maybe becoming too capitalistic, greedy. We wanted everything. It was all about money. And maybe this adds a different dimension for us. I don't know the answer. I'm just reflecting, on what I was thinking about before, that what is the lesson here out of all of this, where in one day, an invisible germ that you cannot see, or an invisible germ or illness can just literally pull the legs off of you. You could lose your job, and there, your house, your car, everything that you work so hard for, just with that one bang in one day. Now, it doesn't happen right away, but it's a domino effect that can, eventually lead to losing several of those things. Or people who are living paycheck to paycheck, or people who can't pay their rent. You see thousands of these stories on television, and you feel really bad. How are they going to survive? How am I going to survive? I got to look for a job too. Not exactly connected to the COVID virus, but after the SHIP program, I decided I need to get some regular work, and that my parents are still doing okay, so I got to get back into the workforce. But I am like everyone else. But I guess I'm trying to keep things in perspective and look at things like, I need to appreciate what I have, and that I'm here. I'm lucky to be here. I mean, it's sunset in one of the most beautiful places for cherry blossoms in Kyoto. It's Ichigo Ichi. I'll never get this chance again. I hope to take a few photos. I think the sun will be setting pretty soon. But anyway, I just wanted to reflect that there's a lot going on, and the cherry blossoms give me again perspective of how life is so bright, so brief, and that you have to enjoy and be in the now and in the moment and appreciate what you have, because it could so easily be gone tomorrow. Your friends, your family, people, they could get sick or die, not only of COVID-19, but of anything. So, I hope we can all appreciate and that live our life the best we can. And, through kindness and compassion and love for one another, and not be blaming other people. And take care. This is Mike from Cherry Blossom Heaven in Kyoto.